Hey y'all, this is Joe out here at St. Bernard Acres. This is Sunday, July 8th. Wonderful day, just absolutely beautiful day. Low humidity again. Gail and I spent the night last night in the cabin. And let me tell you, number one, we forgot to let the AC on. Woke up about 1 o'clock this morning. It was so cold in there. So I turned that off, came out and turned the generator off. And it got down to about 55 and very low humidity. So it seemed like really cold. But it was just awesome. So she's gone back in. My project today is to try, number one, clean up. I mean, Alex and his friend used the cabin Wednesday and Thursday night and didn't do the best job of cleaning up. Then Gail and I used it last night. I'll be in there working today, so got to clean it up, of course. But what I'm going to try to do today, some of y'all will remember this farmhouse sink that Gail found, and she wants to use in there because it's just pretty cool. So I'm going to do a very simple frame to hold it. It's not going to be a totally permanent thing. And put the sink in there so we can use it. It won't be plumbed for anything yet. It'll just have a bucket underneath it where she can wash off dishes and stuff after we cook out here, which we did last night. So she doesn't want cabinets under regular, standard like cabinets. She wants just the wood frame with some shelving, and she's going to make curtains to go around the bottom of the sink in place of the cabinet. She can just slide things under there and have cabinets going around it, because that's what Gail wants. So guess what? Makes it easier on me because I don't have to build cabinets for that sink. But I'm going to get started on that. I'm probably going to be out here most of the day. I'm going to try to, after I get this done, what I want to do in the kitchen area, I'm going to probably run the mower around, do a mowing today, and then think about maybe spending the night tonight. I mean, I don't go to work till 8:30 in the morning, so if I woke up around 5 o'clock, 5:30, I could head in. Takes an hour and a half to get home. I could take a shower and go to work. So I might stay out here again tonight. I don't know yet. I have everything I need to do it if I decide to. But I'm loving the driveway still. But let me get to work here, actually do something productive. And I'll be back later and show you my progress. Alright, the standard height for a kitchen counter and sink is about 36 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make two legs 36 inches high, like so. These are 2x3s that come off of stuff at work. They're oak, and they deliver rolls of paper using these as part of the skids. And rather than throw them away, I keep them. They're very hard wood, and they'll stain up nicely once I get done with what I'm doing. I'm going to have the two corners like so, and then I'm going to have one that goes across. That'll be the shelving, and then Gail will have curtains running across the whole thing. When I get it all finished, you'll see what I'm doing. So let me cut these at the prescribed 36 inches. Alright, so I have my 4 legs done. Now what I've got to do, figure out which one I want to do. And I'm going to screw this one onto here to make my corner. I think I need a new tip. Time for a new tip. That thing has lasted a long time. I have to give them credit for that. I did all the drywall, a bunch with one of those tips. All right. So there are, let's see how I'm going to do this now. My 2 outside legs. Now I need to measure how long I need a board across there, because I'm going to use a 2x4 because I don't have any 2x3s or 2x2s long enough to go across there, and I'll use a 2x4 and a 2x4 at the top. That should work. No. If I did these, one like this, one like this, I'm thinking now, then, yeah. Okay, I'm going to turn off the camera because it's going to take a while. This is from no design. No idea how I'm going to do this. I'm just thinking this through as I go. So rather than waste all the battery time, I'm going to turn the battery off. Once I get everything cut, figured out how I'm going to do it, I'll turn the camera back on and show you. Alright, so after much trial and error, here's what I've decided to come up with. This is going to be the front left side of the sink. And the sink's going to rest on top of here. This will go inside the lip of the sink. It's not going to bolt to it, it's not going to screw to it or anything. It's simply going to rest there. And this is going to be support for a shelf going back. This will be for a shelf going back. This will be to rest the sink on. And plenty of weight distribution there. And from the side, you see this. And what I'm going to do is cut another piece that's going to go up against the wall, like so. And where the wall is, you know, this will screw into the bottom plate, And if I don't have anything to screw this into, I'll put a piece across a couple of studs, and I'll run a 2x4 that I can screw this into. Then what's going to happen is I'm going to have another shelf piece going across here and across here, to where I can lay a piece of plywood on top of those. Across here, from this point to this point, I'm going to use pallet wood. Take it all the way down the side like that on this exposed side. The other side, when I do it, it's going to be up against that far wall, so it's not. I don't have to worry about that end of it. And then Gail can run her curtains across the front. This will be the front, and when I'm done, I'll have an apron going across that she can nail, or Velcro or whatever, a curtain going across there, and she'll be able to just open up the curtains, get what she needs out of the shelves, get the bucket out to empty the sink water, whatever is needed. But this is what's going to support the sink, and I think this will work just fine. That's what I'm betting. So this is side one. Now I've got everything cut for my other side. All I have to do now is just put it together. Make sure I don't mix up my boards here. Let me just put it together. Then I'll take you inside as I put all this together and actually put the sink top on it. And we'll see how it looks. We'll see if this will do the trick or not. So let me get on to that, and I'll be back. Alright, welcome back. Before I go grab a bite to eat, let me give you an overview of what it's becoming. Pardon the mess in here, but we are working. That's where the sink is going to be. Now that's not 100% in place yet. Well, it's in place. That's where it's going to go. But before I do the final, you know, I got to get Gail's approval. She's going to have to come out and see it. But I think that's going to work fine. She's going to run one curtain panel over that side, one panel over that side, and then two panels in the middle there where the bucket will be hidden. I'll build a little shelf in there for the bucket to sit on. And then this end is going to get, you know, some framing, and then I'm going to run pallet wood all the way across this end. And that'll be it. There'll be an apron, a 1x3 apron running underneath the sink there for the curtain rods to go up underneath the sink, behind the sink there. And she'll have her sink with shelves underneath it and her curtains. She really wants to do it that way. So that was with what material I got from work. I mean, that's without having to buy anything. That's roughly the design I came up with, and it works. And she'll have some shelves under there. Then I probably will do like a corner shelf up there, or at least a shelf on maybe an L shelf across there, like between the windows and the wall corners there. And then I thought about here, because I have plenty of room, of maybe adding like a pantry. You know, maybe, you know, just only about 10 inches, come out about 10 inches. And have like a pantry going there. Because I have plenty of room, even with the door swing, because the door stops right here. So, you see there, I mean, I have plenty of room to build us a small pantry. So, and then over here, on this wall, is going to be, let's see if you can get a clear enough shot. I'm going to have basically a fold down countertop. That we will have a couple of stools there, and we can fold that down and eat at the countertop there, like a bar almost. And that'll be our little kitchenette. That's, you know, I think it's plenty big enough. All of the cooking will be done outside. We won't be cooking in here. I can bring in the Coleman. I have a Coleman 3-burner stove that works off of propane that I could set up there underneath that window. I mean, I might build like a little counter across there where I could always set that up. And during the wintertime, we could cook in here on that, underneath that window. So I'm not worried about the propane. The tank will be outside. I'll just bring a line through to hook it up. And that'll be our stovetop. So I think I will do that. I'm going to build something for that as well. And the one I got, I mean, it's got one 10,000 BTU burner and two 5,000 BTU burners. I might buy a new one. I might look at it because this one is probably 30 or 40 years old. Still works great, and it cooks a lot of food at one time. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a top that I'll be able to put the Coleman burner on if we want to use it. That's, yeah. So, if you got any other suggestions, let me know. But that's going to be the little kitchen area. And, by the way, the air conditioner worked great. We stayed last night. If I hadn't been, I've got the generator out front underneath the porch right now, instead of back here in the corner where I could plug the AC in. Otherwise, I'd probably have it going now. It got pretty warm in that sun. But there's our kitchen sink. That's how it's going to look when we get done. There won't be any live plumbing to it for a while. But I can take my 7-gallon, I just bought that for the weekend. But I've got, you know, those 7-gallon blue jugs. I'll fill up one of those. We'll set it on the edge of the sink there. That'll be our running water. And a bucket underneath. We can rinse off dishes and stuff like that. Wash our hands. And empty out the bucket. And we'll be good to go. And I'll show you my temporary bathroom. I don't want anybody to laugh. But until I get the bathroom in there finished up, I'll show you what we're going to do. Let me walk out here. It's beautiful in the shade. It just was hot as heck in the sun. Becoming our shower stall for right now. That is going to be our bathroom. We can put bags in there, use that, and burn the bags, you know, before we leave. But that'll, you know, that'll work for now. I'm going to build a sawdust toilet in there, in the cabin. But until then, we can come out here and use this. And once I get the bathroom framed, you know, drywalled in, then we can put that chair in the bathroom and use it before I get anything built. But that's my update. I'm not going to go any further with that sink until, like I said, Gail gets out here and it meets to her approval. If I got to move something, or that's why I'm afraid to secure it all down. But I'm going to go get something to eat, come back, and hit this with the mower, since we're going to be gone all week. That's my update for, let's see, July 8th. This is Sunday. And More progress being made at the cabin. That's all we can be thankful for. And you can see we loaded up apples for everybody because they seem to love the apples. So that's what we use Easter Island for over there. Make sure we leave for the deer and whoever. And we have, I wish I had set the camera here and just let it run. Because we have a whole group of cardinals now who just hang out by these bird feeders. And it's like they don't want anybody else using them either. There's one of our, if I can find it there. Yeah. One of our coffee can bird houses that's being used. There's actually an egg inside there. But Gail made some coffee can bird houses, and she was so happy to see one being used. But the cardinals seem to own this bird feeder right here, because we have some woodpeckers that come around, and as soon as a woodpecker lands on that bird feeder, one of them cardinals swoop in and it's gone. I don't know what just landed out there. Waiting on me to leave. I love listening to the birds out here. Sounds of nature. But this is Joe out here at the cabin. Remember to like, share, comment, ding the bell, put your left foot in, take your right foot out, and all that kind of stuff. I'm out.